Today we are talking about Datavizard, an innovative application of the mlangles platform designed for creating dynamic and insightful dashboards. Datavizard harnesses the power of AI to transform natural language into SQL queries and then execute these queries and retrieve data and then generate compelling visualizations over this data. The beauty of Datavizard lies in the fact that you don't need to learn any SQL to unlock the full potential of your data. The platform is particularly beneficial for a wide range of professionals. So data analysts can make use of this platform to streamline their workflow, quickly generate reports, and uncover insights within their data. Data scientists can use it for rapid data exploration and preliminary analysis, saving time in the early stages of their projects. Then marketing analysts can track campaign performance and customer behavior effortlessly and enable data-driven decision making. And finance analysts can monitor key metrics and identify trends efficiently, facilitating quicker responses to market changes. So let's explore these features of Datavizard in detail. We begin our journey on the data sources page. This is the foundation of your data analysis process, where you establish connections with your data repositories. Datavizard supports multiple data source types, ensuring flexibility for diverse organizational needs. For this demonstration, let's connect to a Postgres database. Select your database from this list of databases, and we're going to select Postgres. Give it a name. It can be any name. Your host name, your credentials. Once we input this information and click connect, Datavizard springs into action. It swiftly retrieves and displays all these tables and columns within the connected database. This immediate visibility into your data structure sets the stage for efficient analysis and query generation. Now over here, you could select your tables and columns, and this feature allows you to refine your focus, selecting only the data elements that are relevant to your analysis. So you're going to see a list of all your tables in your database. For each table, you can expand to view all of its columns, and you can select or deselect individual columns. And by doing this, while generating SQL queries, Datavizard is going to not make use of the tables or columns that you have disabled. So this ensures that the context is limited to the tables or columns that you have selected. And so let's take an example. Suppose you are analyzing sales data. You might select tables like sales transactions, products, and customers for your analysis, while leaving out unrelated tables like employee payroll, and these might exist in your database. Now for the next step, we have table descriptions. So this page is crucial for providing the context to our AI, and this is where you can offer detailed explanations of what each table represents and specify alternative names that might be known in your organization. For each table, you can provide a detailed description of what the table contains, list any alternative names or key terms, and explain the relationship of this table to others in the database. And for example, let's say we have a table named key metrics, and this might be referred to as stock data in your day-to-day operations. By putting in this information, we are telling the AI to associate stock data with the key metrics table. So every time you talk about stock data, it's going to make use of the key metrics table. Now similarly, for the next step, we are going to provide column descriptions, and for each column you could provide a description of what the column represents, or if there are any specific formats used within that column. For example, date formats, currency, or if there are some aliases or common terms used to refer to this particular column, or any constraints or special values within this column, and you could mention it all over here. And whenever a column is going to be referred within a query, this information is going to be used by the LLM to generate a more contextual query. This is where we can really optimize Datavizard's performance for your specific needs, which is called monitor and fine tune. So what happens is, even after providing detailed information about tables and columns, there might be instances where the AI doesn't generate exactly the query that you're looking for. So this is where we can train it with specific question SQL pairs, and you could input a natural, and you could ask a question that you frequently need answered, and then provide the ideal SQL query that answers this question. And Datavizard will store this pairing and use it as a reference in the future. And every time you ask a similar question, this query is going to be used as a reference to generate an accurate SQL query. So let's go through an example. Suppose I have stock data and I would want to know how Apple and Microsoft performed against each other from the year 2019 to 2023. And what could happen is that it could actually create an SQL query or generate an error. That could also happen. Now what I could do is get the right SQL query, put it in here, and this is the data that I'm looking for. And you could click save. We ask this question, which is going to be now. The query that we saved earlier is going to be made use as a reference to create a more accurate SQL query for our question. And this is the data that I'm looking for. It's configured and optimized. We proceed to the projects page, and this is where the magic of data visualization happens. You go to projects and you could create a new project. And you could click and you could select the data source that we just recently optimized or trained, and you would create a new project. So what that does is, on selecting a data source, it ensures that all visualizations that are generated are based on the correct and your relevant data. Now on creating a new project, we land on this dashboard screen, and this is your canvas for data storytelling. Now to create a new visualization, you would click on add chart and provide a title. And you could ask a question. So for instance, we could ask, how did Apple and Microsoft perform each other from 2019 to 2023? So Datavizard processes this question and generates an appropriate SQL query, fetches the data, and creates an interactive visualization. And these visualizations offer a range of interactive features. You could zoom in a particular range and view specific data points. You could download the chart as an image, or you could hover over data points, specific data points, for more detailed information. Or at the end, you could review the SQL query that was generated, ask other questions, or at the end you could save it, which would appear up on your dashboard. Datavizard lies in its ability to answer a series of questions, and each of those questions generates a different or a new visualization. And you could ask questions such as, how do our sales compare across different regions? And you can continue this process, keep on asking questions, generating different charts, and keep on saving them. And you have a beautiful dashboard with all of those charts. And one of its most user-friendly features is the ability to customize your dashboard layout. You can easily rearrange your saved visualizations by dragging and dropping them into your preferred positions. And this allows you to have a logical flow of information or highlight the most important insights on your dashboard. Visualizations to unlock the full potential of the data, transforming raw information into actionable insights. And by democratizing access to complex data, enhancing decision-making processes, and providing customizable, visually appealing dashboards, Datavizard fosters a data-driven culture that drives business growth and innovation. Experience the future of data visualization with Datavizard, where your questions become insights and your insights drive success.